on the face of the earth, perhaps the two most favoured are the horse and the dog. These are men's friends. We use the others, hunt them, we eat them. There's a general fallacy abroad about dogs. There are good dogs and there are bad dogs. And amongst the bad dogs, it's generally considered that the greyhound or the whippet are not friendly, but they are. The friendly dogs, the whippet and the greyhound, kids play with them. They're roly-poly, dumpy dogs. They might fight amongst themselves just the same as we blokes fight amongst ourselves. But they're friendly dogs. And this is the story of a dog.
A greyhound's early days are spent in open country where he develops muscle and stamina. This is the story of Blacktop, world record holder. As a black puppy at 5 weeks, Blacktop's life was a carefree one, and the youngster had no thought of the racing days ahead as he romped, played, and began to find his feet. For the first 9 months, the greyhound puppy is well fed and given plenty of exercise. This will make certain that by the time the serious business of learning to race arrives, the dog will be well developed and able to cope with the exciting challenge of racing before him. At the age of 9 months, our greyhound's play becomes more strenuous. With other playmates, he soon discovers that he can use the great speed passed down by his ancestors. History records that the greyhound was used as a hunting dog in the days of the pharaohs. At this age, Blacktop's ability gives his owners an indication that the youngster may have the class required to win a blue ribbon event of the greyhound world, the Harold Park Classic. Soon Blacktop will leave the paddocks for the trial track, where a greyhound learns to chase a mechanical law and to run in competition. At 12 months, Blacktop watches older greyhounds trialing. As the beagle and setter hunt game by scent, the natural instinct of the greyhound is to chase game by sight. As the cat chases a mouse, or most dogs chase cats. A greyhound's ability to chase keenly and rail during a race, making his chances of winning brighter as he covers a minimum distance on the circular track. And now the big moment has arrived. As Blacktop makes his way onto the trial track, his connections wonder if he will chase the imitation law. Live game is prohibited by the New South Wales Government and the Greyhound Control Board and takes no part in this sport. Up till now in the paddocks, Blacktop has always been slipped or released from his lead by hand. How will he fare from the mechanical starting boxes? In racing, the greyhound chases a mechanical trolley on which a fur or imitation law is carried. These furs are obtained from furriers. The major racing tracks prefer foxskins, which they buy for about 6 shillings each untanned. The owner's anxiety about Blacktop starting from the boxes or chasing keenly is soon dispelled. He comes out fast and chases keenly. Even the younger members of the family are excited as their playmate returns. Contrary to general belief, greyhounds are not savage and make a good house pet just as good as any other dog. With his trial days behind him, Blacktop is to join 260 other greyhounds of his age in a series of elimination heats for the Harold Park Classic, and to win his way to the grand final.
Tonight is one of the most thrilling nights of my life. Tonight is the night of the Vic Peters Memorial 1962 Annual Classic at Harold Park, the greatest dog meet in the world. This is the Melbourne Cup of Dogs. They race for 1,100 quid for the winner, and this is the race.
November 1962, and the finalists are number 1, Sir Morgan from Castle Hill. Coming up now, we have number 2, Lennon's Babe, who is from New Lambton. Number 3, Take a Bow from Victoria. Parading now, number 4, Saska Gay from Victoria. Number 5, Blacktop from Highfields, New South Wales. Number 6, Lazy Laddie from Austral. Number 7 is the Horser from Lismore. And number 8, Gold Packet from North Wyld. And the 8 best greyhounds in their age group parade to the boxes for the running of the grand final of the £2,000 annual Harold Park Classic. Are on the 500-yard boxes. The power is on, the bunny is on his way, and soon they'll be racing. Our cameras slow the action to half speed to catch the spellbinding speed of yet another world-class Australian. From box 3, Blacktop begins fast, and in the run up the back straight quickly drives to the lead. On the top turn, Blacktop's blistering speed has the opposition faltering, and he leads well into the straight. In the run home, he goes further ahead to win by 5 lengths from Take a Bow, with Gold Packet a neck away third. Then came Horser, Saska Gay, Lazy Laddie, Lennon's Babe, and Sir Morgan. Blacktop ran the 500 yards in 26.4 seconds, equaling the world record held by Top Lennon, run at Harold Park in April 1958. Blacktop is by Top Lennon from Classy Jane. He is owned by Highfields butcher Mr. F. Holmes and was bred by Mrs. E.B. Hanson. Film star Chips Rafferty presented the winner's cheque to Mr. Holmes. In just 26.4 seconds, Blacktop has won for his owner and breeder their share of the £2,000 purse. To Mrs. Rafferty went the task of decorating the winner with a gold inscribed rug. Blacktop, following in his father Top Lennon's footsteps, now joint world record holders. World-class greyhound in the chips at Harold Park. By Mrs. E.B. Hanson of Raymond Terrace, and number 4, Mulga Bay from Victoria, owned and trained by Mr. A.E. Ludlow. The crowd just on 10,000 to see greyhounds probably without equal, representing perhaps the highest peak yet attained by the Australian greyhound breeder. Blacktop is the winner of the 1962 St. Leger and Harold Park Classic, idol of the New South Wales greyhound fans, and Australia's highest stake winner. He has had 19 starts for 16 wins, including 5 wins and a second from 6 starts at Wentworth Park. Number 2, the Stripper, rated as Victoria's best puppy in years, winning 8 of his first 10 starts. Made his first public appearance in New South Wales to win his Derby heat at Wentworth Park. That's Keen Lennon, the NCAA Derby winner, defeated his little brother Blacktop in the biannual classic at Harold Park in April and ran 31-4 in both heat and final wins in the Derby at his last 2 Wentworth Park wins. Mulga Bay won in 31.8 at his first appearance at Wentworth Park in April, and he is a good dog. Ran 31.7 to win his Derby semi-final, came from last to run second to Keen Lennon in the Derby final. And in the race, Blacktop begins well, and as they race to the winning post the first time, they're in rug order 1, 2, 3, 4. Blacktop, the Stripper, Keen Lennon and Mulga Bay. Blacktop proved far superior on the night. He led well for home, and he went on to win by 3 lengths from the Stripper, with Mulga Bay 1.5 lengths away third. The Derby winner, Keen Lennon, was fourth. They ran the 580 yards in 31.2 seconds, and the presentation was supervised by the NCA Secretary, Mr. Jack Bell. Mr. Jack Bell, Senior National Coursing Association Committeeman, introduced Mr. Asher Joel, MLC, who made the presentation to Blacktop's owner-trainer, Frank Holmes. The Interstate Challenge had been part of Australia's 175th anniversary celebrations, and in 1963, world champion Blacktop took out the race for New South Wales.